we are going to start a counseling programs for JEE students who wish to join IIT, NITs, and other college. So we have been going to conduct one-on-one counseling at our website www.tensors.in. I would like to hand over the mic to Ibrahim. He is a graduate of 2017 in Madras. Also, he's working as a researcher in TCS Life Science Research and R&D department, who is majored in biological engineering. Ibrahim, you can start now.
Yeah, hi. Good afternoon, everyone. So I think he has told like what my background it is. So I mainly focus on what is there in the biotech curriculum in IITM and give you an overview like if one of you are interested to join or what you can expect if you are to join the course. So as he said, I majored in biological engineering. So IITM, the biotech department has two parts. So like when I was doing, so there was biological engineering and biological science. So both of them are like a 5-year integrated course. So once you join in any of this department, you will get like if you are joining biological engineering, you will get a BTech and MTech in 5-year integrated course. And that is another one is a biological science, which is a 5-year integrated course again, but you will not be getting BTech or MTech, but BS and MS. So the distinction between these two is majorly like one is more technology or engineering branch. So where you will be more focusing on the computational aspect of it or the engineering part of it, which includes synthetic biology or network biology or neuroscience. And the other one is BS bioscience, which is more on the experimental part or the science aspect of it. So I was part of the biological engineering. So our curriculum mostly involved like it is a more rather I would say it is more breadth rather than in going to the depth of any concept in biotech department, because it is a vast and huge area. So we had different courses related to bioprocessing, which involves like if you're talking about like a yeast production or like a beer production, you have we have reactors and the calculations involved with the reactors and how that process, how microbes are like being developed and how to optimize those things. So these are taught in bioprocessing. Then the major chunk of the curriculum involves computational biology, which involves structural biology, where we will learn about proteins and how to model like a protein structure, and also drug discovery and development part, where you will learn about how to model a new molecule and how pharmaceutical industry works. And of course, and other computational aspects involve machine now, since most I mean groups have incorporated machine learning part into their curriculum. So we had courses related to biostatistics, where you will learn about what are the hypothesis testing, what are the statistical aspect involved in it. So biological background or the biotechnology is more involved in like how do you analyze biological data, so which involves more computational aspect to it. So you will learn these kind of things in that respect, and how do you apply to that particular domain. And like I did my MTech part in drug design and development, so which involved like computational aspects of, like as I said, the structural biology part. You have protein structures and how do you model them, how do you do docking studies, which is like you have protein structure and like drug compound, how do you like how they interact each other. So these are the kind of courses involved it. So just this is just an overview, like what are the courses involved it. And like if you are talking in terms of the job opportunities, as you know, like if you are thinking about any other branch also in IIT or any other institute, so majorly people choose their interesting group based on their rank. So you have this computer science back first, then electrical engineering, then mechanical engineering, then electric. So if you take apart from computer science, this is my opinion only, so I cannot completely say this is right. So but my experience or my conversation with other peer mates, this is what we have seen as a trend. So generally the high rankers will select computer science and electrical engineering, and all other branches are like mechanical, chemical, aerospace, civil, naval, and biotech. these people, like whatever they do the study, the most of them don't go for core jobs. That is, whatever you study, you don't go to that domain, because the number of companies that come for core jobs are very less, whether that is naval architecture or biotech. Very rarely people do come with core jobs. So usually anybody who graduates from the IITM, what we have seen is most of them choose another non-core jobs, whether they go for, I mean, finance, or they will go for consulting. So this is completely, it's the trend that we have seen. So this is true for every other department other than computer science and electrical engineering. And this obviously it is true for biotech department also, because any core job you think like does the BTech has a limitation to do, or even the MTech integrated people have a limitation to contribute towards what is in the core job. So if you are interested in the subject you study, and like you want to continue work on the core area itself, whichever the irrespective of the department you select, most of people have to do the higher studies, which is PhD is the minimum requirement if you want to go and do higher, I mean, in a core area. And if you look at the computer science and electrical engineering, most people, computer science people, will go for I mean, software engineering jobs. So, and electrical engineers, like mostly semiconductor design, and then mostly like I think 15 or 16 people get hired in Intel. So there are opportunities also there. But what I have seen is if you are looking for a core job, all other departments are mostly in same distribution. Most of the people don't get core jobs. Is there any, like, if you have any doubts, you can ask me. Like, this is general my opinion regarding this. Like,
Okay.
there's specific aspect, if I want to go depth into it, you can ask me.
Yeah, just one question they asked is,
Hmm.
how much should we know about biology from +1 and +2 is needed for this course?
So for particular this course, it's not needed, because we had even people without any biology background coming into our department. So you will learn uh, each and every aspect of it. But obviously, having a background, it will help you. But I wouldn't say it is a compulsory if you want to select this. You will learn all those things. Even actually, when you come to IIT, first year, you will get from every department one initial course. So even if you are selecting computer science, you will be compulsorily doing some introductory course to biology. So where they will teach you all the introductory aspect of related to that. So I wouldn't say it's a compulsory.
Okay. Also, what are the job opportunities for BTech students in India?
BTech, it is respect to any, I mean, department or no,
For this department,
biotech, like
or
the.
process.
Okay, so what I would say is, like, I don't think right now IITM has any BTech, one single BTech. Every course has been merged into integrated. There is only integrated course right now. At least it was the case when I was there. So we have only integrated courses, both biotech, I mean, biological engineering, biological sciences, and integrated 5-year course. So you will be getting a master's degree. And like when you're looking at only the, I mean, job opportunity, there are two job opportunity. One is core area job opportunity. So right now there are a lot of startups coming in the bioinformatics area. So the people do get hired. So when I was doing, we had core companies, like one is TCS, Life Science R&D. So they do select people to their R&D department, which is more or less like an academic research area. Then we had another company called what was its name? I forgot its name, but it's a Bangalore-based startup which is mostly into for bioinformatician. But the, like, if you are looking at the salary wise, like it will be very less as compared to other packages, other opportunities coming to that. But it is the initial the paying job will be less if you are just directly going from BTech to a core job in biotech area. And even what I would suggest, I would say is, like, even if you go into a company, like if you want to get promoted and like later on have a high career growth, like some higher degree is required. So maybe whether you to choose to do PhD right now or not, it's a decision whether you to do right now or not. But later on, some degree, higher degree is required. So PhD will be required if you are going for a core job. So of course, doesn't matter whether whichever course you take. If you are going for a non-core job, whether that if you are very competent in coding and you did not get good rank in JE, but still like you are better good at coding and you are still managed to do different tasks, different Kaggle problems and different hack and rank problems, and then you want to join in a software engineering job. It doesn't matter which I mean which branch did you join. If you can showcase that in the, and we had different seniors like that, they did not even excel in their academics, but they had very good coding background and they got very high paying jobs there. So if you have like what you, it's so at the end of the day it's like what you want to do. So like if you are good at something, do like be best in that. So, and if you can show that, you have the opportunity, the companies will come for every branch, and so if you can showcase, you can crack their interviews, you will get a job. So it won't matter which branch you joined.
As a for research opportunities, is it possible for interdisciplinary MTech for a dual degree, like and also minors from other departments?
Sorry, I'm not sure I got that question clear.
Yes,
Can you
like it's
repeat the
possible for
question?
a interdisciplinary. Yeah. Yes. Can we take a MTech from for a dual degree? Can we have an interdisciplinary from other departments or minors from other departments for
So
biological science?
like, that depends upon you are the supervisor. So some projects are done like that. So there are like projects done between chemical engineering department and biotech and chemistry department. So it depends upon the actually when you do the research work, like it is not a given task. Actually, when you want to decide to do a research project, you have to approach the professor, and then the professor has to approve, and based on their availability and your performance, they will be assigning you the project. So sometimes people professors have some projects and you will be joining that project, or sometime you propose a new project and then join that. So that will completely depend upon the professor's approval and like how do they arrange the joinement. So but if you answer that, yeah, there are possibility to multidisciplinary, but that decision is not just in your hand, but the approval of professor is also required for
Sir, how can I go
Fine.
for a tech
There
company?
are
that. Sorry, how can you go for a tech company? Is that
Yes.
so like tech company in the sense like you of course you can do the like parallel reading, parallel like you prepare for that. So it depends upon if you want to do coding job, like you do the coding activities, you like engage in different online contests. Nowadays we have a lot of like platforms to showcase, so that is much required. So validity to showcase, like if you are good at coding, do the coding jobs and create a GitHub repo, then put the link in GitHub repo. If you are interested in data science, do different data science hackathons, datathons, and then attend Kaggle. So you have to showcase it instead of just putting in the resume like some task like I have did that, I did this, because that will be in all resumes. So if you want to stand out from them, you have to show the validity. So irrespective of any branch you join, so like if you are clear on your mind, I want to do this thing, I want to go for software job, then prepare for that. You have a lot of online courses, and so that like if you are, if like for example, I can give you one example. Like if you are interested, like I want to go for finance only, and like you are decided, and like I don't want to study any core subject as such, I'm clear that I want to go for finance, so then you can make a decision like which branch. It does irrespective of the branch, you are decided that you want to go finance, so you can select which branch to select based on the easiness of it. So for example, if you look at naval architecture or biotech, you won't have that many assignment on problem and like difficulty in clearing the examinations as compared to electrical engineering or computer science. So if you are clear on the mind that okay, I want to do only finance, then you can select the courses like that.
Thanks. There are no more other questions from the audience. So thanks for attending this session, Ibrahim. Also, we would like to, there are many comparison questions, so we can't share details about it. You can get the details about comparison question by registering for our counseling session. Link for the counseling session is shared on the chat box. You can register at our website at tensors.in so that you can have a one-on-one session with an IITian. Sorry, there are one question. Is there branch change possible in IIT? Currently for IIT Madras, in this situation, there is no branch change. Sorry. Okay. Thanks, Ibrahim, for having a wonderful session. Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks, everyone.
Oh, I hope it's informative. Bye bye.